guy doing?
He's all right.
Doing good.
Hi, kid. How you doing? Good.
Look at these.
Oh, hi, I'm Sabrina. You. Frank. Friends with Lorraine. That's how we met. All right. Michael. Like, I don't know what to do. And actually, the three of them hung at the pool one summer.
Great.
Every day.
Hi,
Stoney. I know I should take some pictures on my Facebook together.
Michael. Well, how are you?
She's still here. Brother? Good for you.
Coming in?
Oh, okay. Yeah?
Cool. Oh, thank you. I went to high school with this guy 100 years ago.
Oh, no. Oh, Paul was sick. No, Paul was sick.
Park in America.
It's the finish line. We're going to go touch the Green Monster. We're going to go,
Michael Wilcox.
Michael Wilcox.
Oh, Michael
My sister's
Wilcox.
right there.
Yes.
How are you?
Yes.
Gilly.
She couldn't make it.
I can't do two things at once now. I just gotta sit up and
All I do is walk a little bit.
yeah. How's the entertainment?
Yeah, you were there.
Thank you. Self-contained.
Yes, congratulations.
Coming in. What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie.
Congratulations. Nice to
What's
meet
your
you.
last name?
Andres.
Do I fill in my Facebook thing? Your name is?
MJ.
Oh, MJ. The crazy MJ. You guys have bracelets? Bracelet?
Julie and
Oh,
Joe.
yeah. Yes,
They asked
yes,
us to
yeah,
come because
Julie.
we live in Cambridge.
God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, we think it's great what
Thank
you've
you.
done.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Take bracelets for everybody. You got bracelets? Let's put the camera. I thought you were.
This guy chasing us down. 135.
What time is it?
For a hamburger?
Whatever they have.
I'm having one.
They're open at 11:30.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock?
Yeah, look to that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Her dad kicked me off. You know her dad?
Yeah.
He's nuts too.
Something.
How do you think being you?
I just wanted to be
Far
kind
away
of far
from home.
away. Yeah, I just
Can't
wanted
get
to
much
see something
further.
different.
Nova
Exactly.
Scotia had an opening, I heard, but this girl's dad was the one that launched me. Yeah,
That's where we started.
Yeah.
we started. Take cards, pass it out, say good things about us.
Do you mind if we get a picture with you?
Oh, not at all.
You give me your camera and I'll do it.
Got it?
Yeah, got
My phone's still. You're right. You send this to her dad right away. Don't screw it up now, Sam. We're coming too far for this.
I wish I was going in October.
So you had to go take a walk.
That's scary. That's my daughter. Where? She's like,
Rocco.
we did it, buddy. We did it.
I was late.
Well, you got the message of being.
Doctor's appointment.
Nice. Amen. I'm proud of you today. For me. All I did was walk. It was the notes, and the letters, and the prayers, and the pennies. That's what made this thing work. And my friend Grace, that was 84 years old, that shared her story with me. And the kid Jack that was abused that called the hotline center because I told him to. I don't know what to say. I mean, God got me through this thing. I had faith before. I want to thank Michael Wilcox. Michael Wilcox got me into baseball parks across America. Michael Wilcox. I said, okay, I want to throw a pitch out at Fenway Park. He said, it's kind of a lofty goal, isn't it? He said, if it's my goal, it's your goal. And he pulled it off. And where's Barry? Barry spent 12 days with me. I wasn't sure quite how I lived. He figured out quickly I ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly. He wasn't ready for that. And there's Gilly.
Gilly!
Gilly! Gilly walked across half of California, all of Arizona. Couldn't have done it without you guys. It was, Isaiah called me every couple of days. We did, the only person I had the Facebook time my entire life was him. And it was, this was nothing like I thought it would be, and more than I could have hoped for. Except for the fucking Marine Band didn't show up. Every state I looked for the Marine Band, no Marine Band. So, let's go get a drink and a Wahlburgers. Thanks you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go. Happy you never told me about the Rain Man.
I need somebody to do a picture with me.
They're looking for you.
Oh.
Everybody get in. We're silly with pictures. Oh, yeah.
Ready for a cocktail. Okay, congratulations, Michael. Woo!
Got your hot dogs here.
All right. I'm surprised that's
Congratulations, Saga. You do your boo-boo. You did your boo-boo.
we go in yet?
Yeah, we got you guys covered. Thanks for coming in. Yeah.
Hey! You made it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody.
See you? My daughter Farrah, Santa Rose.
I'll hug you. I will hug you. Your mother's
Made it. Made it.
my son.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
So you've been traveling quite a bit.
I have.
All right. What's Just a Penny all about?
Just a Penny Please is an organization that I started about 4 years ago, but it was put in my heart 40 years ago, and I'll tell you how. I was doing volunteer work at a safe house, and you know what a safe house was. A friend of mine said, "Will you help me volunteer tonight?" And I said, "What are we going to do?" He said, "We're going to drink beer and we're going to paint." And I was a trained professional in one of those two, and I still don't paint. So the first night we painted and drank beer, second night, and the third night the police brought a little girl in that was beat beyond recognition. I said to the cop, "What happened to her?" He said, "You don't want to know." And I said, "Just tell me." Well, she wish I didn't. She was raped. She was 2 years old. 2 years old. And I didn't get it then, now, or ever. And I went outside. My daughter, who's now here with us, she's 41 years old. She was 2 years old at the time. So it really hit home. And I said, if I cut a deal with God, you really can't cut deals with God. But I thought I could at 27, 28. And I said, here's how this works. You take care of my kid, I'll take care of my kid. Do your damn job. I'm talking to God like that. And I said, you do your job and I'll build you a safe house. I forgot all about that. And I'm a race walker. So I race walk around the country competitively. And I was trying to compete in the Senior Olympics. In order to go to the Senior Olympics, you have to finish the top 3 in your state. Well, my accent's Boston, but I live in Sedona, as you know. So I was in a race, and then I was in 6th place, 1 lap to go, and I'm thinking, well, always next year. And I was in 5th place, then 4th place, and something started happening inside of here. And the guy in front of me keeled over. Don't know if he had a heart attack or a cramp, I didn't care. I finished 3rd, I'm going to the race. And I felt an explosion go off inside of here. And the explosion was really heat. It was heat sensations. And what it really was is I got the message. And I started to cry. And the race official said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I need to fulfill a promise I made to a friend of mine." He said, "How do I help you?" I said, "Give me $1 million." And he said, "I don't have $1 million for you," which meant he had $1 million, just not for me. I said, "Give me just a penny, please." So there the organization's called Just a Penny Please, because no donation is too small. And I've had people give me pennies, and somebody just made a donation. I don't even look at them. I put them right in my pocket, because there's $5,000 and 1 penny. It's whatever they can give from their heart. And I'm grateful. The goal was to raise $250,000. We're a long way from the goal, but I'm going to keep going. I've got some other plans. What we're going to do is build a safe house for abused children with pets. Most shelters don't accept pets. Pets are so therapeutic.
I know.
You can bring them in restaurants, you can bring them in hospitals, you can bring them in airplanes, but you can't bring your dog or your cat to a shelter. That's crazy to me. So we've already got the in Verde Valley Sanctuary, the Verde Valley Sanctuary in Cottonwood. We're going to put it there. Oftentimes people, the press in particular, they always say, "Where are you going to put this thing?" Well, the press wants to find out the bad stuff. And I said, if you tell me the bad place to protect children, I promise I will not put it there. And they shut right up.
Good.
Because there's no bad place to protect kids. Doesn't matter. I'll put it every city, Unfortunately, domestic violence transcends color. It transcends religion, economics. This is the worst country on planet Earth for domestic violence. 1 out of 3 girls by the time they're 18 years old, and 1 out of 6 boys. That's reported.
Unbelievable statistics.
Every 9 seconds in this country, some little child is sexually or physically abused. Every 9 seconds. That's reported statistics. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. My grandson's in here, and he didn't know why. He was in Sedona. He didn't know why I was gone for almost a year. So I took him to a shelter. Not to see the bad stuff. I said, these kids don't have the life you have. Some of these kids act out in school because they get beat up, or their mothers or fathers have some problems. I said, you're one of the lucky kids. Everybody's loved. I'll share a story. A lady named Grace was on my Facebook page. Grace came to me at the end of a talk I gave in Joplin, Missouri. And she said, can I talk to you? She's 84 years old. I'm thinking, she's going to give me $250,000. I'm thinking she's going to write a check. And she said, I was the little girl that you're walking for. And I said, well, God bless you. Not that same girl, not the same girl, no. And I said, well, God bless you. And I don't like the word victim. They're all survivors and thrivers to me because they've overcome this thing. And she said, you want to hear my story? And my head says, no, I don't want to hear your story. But my heart says, sure. You want to tell me your story? I'll listen to you. She said, I was abused by my grandfather when I was 6, 7 years old, I forget. And my mother slapped me across the face and said, don't ever tell anybody that ever again. Her husband of 57 years went to his grave and didn't know about it. I was the first person she's ever told. And I said, why are you sharing? And I call her Grace. I don't know her name, but she was filled with grace to me. And I said, why are you sharing this with me? And she said, if you're walking across America for kids, I can trust you. And she said, we cried for 45 minutes together. And I never heard the expression, but somebody showed me, a burden shared is a burden halved. I never heard that. So I took some of her burden away from her, which was pretty neat. So that's the long and the short of Just a Penny, Please.
That's great.
It's going to keep going.
So how many, when did you start out on this journey?
Started February 1st. February 1st, and I think it's 230 days today, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
The life of the walk, I averaged 14.6.5. My goal is 15 miles a day average, including days off. So in some days I did 22, some days I did 20. A couple days I did 30 because I had to go back and get the equipment. It was a logistic nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Moving the equipment back and forth and stuff. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. Second to bringing up my 2 kids, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. The best.
Thank you. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
More people should know about that.
Did you raise more than you expected?
No, I'm $210,000 off my goal. I think we'll hit $40,000 today.
Okay, it's just the beginning, folks.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do,
a penny.
I haven't told my family this yet, I'm going to do walks around America. So we're going to start in Arizona. We'll all go and associate myself with a shelter. And let's say you want to walk with me. It's going to cost you $50 to walk. You can bring as many people as you want, but half those dollars stay at the local shelter. Half come to my shelter with us. Because there's nothing money can't solve in shelters. Nothing money can't solve in shelters.
Right, they need it. They're so needed.
And if I can put out a plug, the 3 single biggest thing they need in shelters, believe it or not, are children's socks, children's underwear, and tampons.
Wow.
And people never think of donating tampons. It's kind of a weird thing to donate. But when a woman leaves that home in the middle of the night, she leaves everything behind.
She just leaves. Yeah.
And they're very expensive to buy, as you know. So.
Well, that's amazing. I want to thank you so much. Just a penny, folks. Just not anything for you.
JustAPennyPlease.org.
Everything to them.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. I really needed it.
Thank you.